G'day everyone, Goober here with another video. This will be a pretty quick one. I've gone through and added all of the compasses that I have in my inventory to the spreadsheet, and they are in the order that they appear when you sort your inventory. So if you're wondering how much flame elementium you have in in compasses, sorry, you can just quickly put them in. Can you stop tapping, please, Leo? And then basically it'll show you how much you have here. So I have 1,296. However, there's no way that I'm going to sell all of those compasses. Now these ones here, they're 0.75, which is the cheapest that they can get. So shiny prospecting, militant compass, scouting compasses, these are the ones that I use all the time as well. And dazzling militant, they're all basically worthless, as well as dazzling prospecting. 1 and below is basically garbage. So what I will do is I'll filter it by what I would consider basically trashing, and that gives me all of these, which gives us 382 flame elementium. So let's make this one 1296. That's what we started with, and the ones that we're going to scrap are basically worth 382 flame elementium. Now the way that I mean that we're going to scrap them is I'm going to gamber them into hopefully some better compasses. So to do that, you go down to the trader, you go to recycle, and then you just mince them all in here. We have to go through and find dazzling prosperity, max, transfer them across, dazzling militant. Next was shiny prospecting. Oops. It's interesting that it's filling up down and not across. Anyway. Militant, shiny militant. Put all of those in. Next up we have scouting, which are the ones that I use. So I'll keep the 27 and I'll just do the 99. Going down, rusted mechanical. No one wants to run this apparently because there is better options. And finally, rusted might. Shiny might is worth a lot. Rusted might is not worth anything. So that gives us 456 of the cards. Oops. Now we just want to confirm that. And that gives us all of those cards. Then you can take those and put them in the shredder and see what we get. Where are they? So these here are worth 450. Sorry, there's 457 of them, and they look like they sell for 0.8 each. So 457 times 0.8 is 365 flame elementium. Which is fine because we kept 26 of these, which is about 20 less, which works out. So it's basically the same cost as if I had sold them. However, if I sold the 365, I would also pay 45 flame elementium in tax. So I may as well roll them and see if I can get a better compass. Also after this, I might just go ahead and buy a ton of those cards and see if it's worth a gamber, you know. So in here, we just throw in these. However, that's going to get annoying. So let me just dump some cards in here so it doesn't interfere. Actually, that's 11. I may as well trade that in for an immolating. Decryption. I can just do store all. So that's going to give me one immolating flame and then a bunch of compasses. Now, I was going to put all my compasses in the stash. However, I think with the way that the filter is set up, I should be able to just easily just run down and get all the stuff. So basically, if we get 4 might, that pays for all of this. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get a lot of shiny scouting back, which is disappointing, but we'll see what we get. And oops. That's worth a bit, I believe. Let's bring up the spreadsheet. I can quickly just have a look. So shiny war is 10 flame elementiums. That's pretty good. Shiny hunt is worth a bit as well. Nothing stands out there. Rusted might, not shiny might. And all these ones that are popping up that are garbage, you can just recycle them again. Shiny Abundance is 16 Flame Elementium. Nothing awesome. They have a similar thing to this in, I believe that's pretty decent. A similar thing in Path of Exile as well. I'm only just looking out for what are the expensive ones? Basically Might is the expensive one that I have. Dated worth a bit. However, I haven't seen any dated pop up in this at all. So I wonder if they can. Oh yep, there they are. We've got one dated. So it's definitely in the pool. That was that. Let me slap that into the spreadsheet and see what we got. Alright, it's a little bit sloppy because of how I set it up. However, the difference is 176 Flame Elementium additional. Actually, I think that's what it came up with. Yeah, it was. Alright, so I thought I'd stuffed up until I put that all in there. However, so what I started with is here. What I ended with is over here. We ended up having 60 scouting come from that hand in, which is kind of annoying that basically 20% of all compass hand-ins are scouting. However, the difference is 176 Flame Elementium more of stuff. But it's not just that, it's the difference of stuff that I wasn't going to sell versus stuff that now I may sell. The big notable here was there is a Dark Surge Compass. These are worth a ridiculous amount. Here it is here. And the cheap ones are 120, and then they quickly go up to 130 and 135. So it's pretty obvious where people are farming legendaries, and it is Dark Surge. It looks like a Gamba sort of mechanic if you're spending 130 Flame Elementium on a compass, which is funny because they got rid of compasses out of the shop because they didn't want to compel people to want to spend a lot of money juicing a map through a certain thing. So that's why they got rid of deep space beacons, and that's why they got rid of compasses in the shop. And this is the result. So a bit of a mess there, but anyway. So as a bit of a bonus, I think I will buy up a whole bunch of those in the shop and see what we get. Be nice to get more of these. Oh, it's always nice when things sell. It is extremely easy to spend FE.
And it is extremely easy to
So I've just bought 3 here. That is a sizable amount. So I will... how am I going to do this? Alrighty, so in about 1 second I just dumped 1,270 flame elementium into these. I'm going to hand them all in now and see what our end result is. Hopefully it's not less than this. Alrighty, so we need to make 1270 worth of compasses in this column to break even. Alrighty, I'm not going to make you sit through handing all these in. You can watch the first, I don't know, 100, which is only, so the first 50. See if anything juicy pops up. It's not looking good. I might be down 1,000 FE. Anyway, I'll see you at the end. We're finally out. We've used them all. However, we still have a bunch to mince. So I'll go back and mince those. And then do that all again and see how much more we have to mince. Alrighty, that is the mincing complete, or at least to the standard that I am going to accept. I'll go through and see what we got. We've got a second one of those, which is nice. To be honest, I was pretty darn nervous going into that. And I honestly thought that I was going to lose currency. So I was debating whether to include or exclude tax. However, I had to include it because basically if you bought all of those cards and minced them and then sold the compasses, this would be the result. So we ended up 280 flame elementium ahead. We had another random one pop up, which was dated might. They're 90 flame elementium each, or 79 after tax. Before tax, it's 490 profit. So if you were if you're running some of these compasses, for example, then you would get more benefit out of this. However, you know, that's only really beneficial if you're running these expensive ones like Abundance or Samurai. Oh my god! Toilet training your daughter. When she finally poos on the toilet, you got to celebrate it. Anyway, so we made a profit all up off that. So 280 after tax if we went and sold all of those. And they're easier to sell when they're in bigger quantities. So except for like these ones, these will just sell because they're ridiculously overpriced. I'll put that one up for 92 and that'll sell pretty quickly. Pretty much straight away probably. I'm not going to sell this one because I want to use it. Anywho, I'm pretty happy that that's profit. It's very surprising. Some of these compasses are ridiculous. Anyway, back to farming. See you again soon. Cheers.